we strayed slightly. Maybe we weren't in flow. Maybe I wasn't in flow. Strayed very slightly from the subject of flow last week, but it was a point that I needed to pick up on in relation to what it is we're looking for when we meditate. The answer, of course, being, if you refer to last week's video, nothing at all. Just meditate to meditate. But I want to come back to one of the key attributes of flow, one of the key attributes of mindful living, one of the key attributes of being in the zone, being purposefully focused. And that is a word that I've used again and again and again over the last 19 or 20 years at this stage. The word is effortlessness. It's interesting the number of clients that when I met them for the first time, they said, well, actually, we were intrigued by this word effortless, or this word effortlessness. The extent to which I make the point that in the real world, if you're using your mind properly, in reality, success and happiness should flow effortlessly. The University of Chicago has been making the same point since the 1980s. When you are in flow, your experience and what you get out of that experience is effortless. Why? Because you have stopped fighting with yourself. The struggle in your own mind has ceased. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi at the University of Chicago makes it quite clear that our normal latent state of mind is entropic. In other words, totally disordered. When we are in flow, that entropy simply fades away, and therefore we no longer fight with ourselves. The struggle disappears, and our experience becomes absolutely and totally effortless. We suddenly are just doing what we're doing and getting what we expect out of doing what we are doing effortlessly. The interesting thing is that over the last couple of years, neuroimaging, the technology that has developed and enabled the science of neuroscience leap forward in leaps and bounds, has shown in experimental conditions that when mindful or purposefully focused people, in other words, people who have meditated and have been given an objective and have been told why they're doing a particular task and what they expect out of it, all the ingredients of purposeful focus, that group of people perform a task better than a group of people who have just been told to go and do the same task. The really intriguing thing, though, is that they perform better whilst using less neural energy. In other words, neuroimaging provides us with the picture, literally, the picture of effortlessness. If you find that today is a struggle, or your boss is a struggle, or meeting that awful client who does your head in is a struggle, or going home in the evening is a struggle, if you find that your life is a struggle, it has nothing to do with what's going on outside. It has to do with the struggle that you're having with yourself in your own head. Stop it. Stop it. Breathe in and out. Meditate for nothing, as we said in last week's video. Meditate. Let your brain click into gear in the present moment, because once you're clicked into gear in the present moment, the disorder of the mind disappears completely, and the order of the wonder of reality in the present moment simply flows, effortlessly, of course.